Hello and welcome back to FTB Skies, episode 36, I think we are at. Yeah, so I was looking at a few crafts here. I have been doing quite a few things here. And yeah, my uh, nice chandelier here is slowly starting to be filled completely up. Then I thought I might want to do something a bit different as well, because I do have a ton of other things that I want to change up. So I started setting up a new AE network, slightly different than what I had previously. So we have a main core internally here. That core then exposes every site as a P2P tunnel, and those sites then gets controlled by each their own little ME controller network. Each of them then branches out into, as an example over here, into their own small networks. And here I have then created a deck of basically quantum rings, which should be very much into the alignment with what I already have set up elsewhere. I think I did move everything right. Yeah, I did. So all my ME networks here are actually moved over. Oh, right. I also set up my power to automatically just output 200k per tick, and then slowly filling this up because there is a ton of power that needs for that one. And then I started slowly building up for the expansion over by the small island. I don't think I actually showed this yet, but I started building up a small island over here for the. Is it fission? I think it's a fission reactor that I need to build here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's go in and see. So we need to build, fission reactors, the one that we need to build here. So it's going to be quite a project to get that up and running. One of the first steps there is probably the Fissil fuel that I need to figure out, but I do have a few more changes here that I also want to show. So all of them here is controlled by P2P tunnels. All the channels for each of them will be put into chests like this here, so that I can see this is what I have available whenever I exit a tunnel. So down here I have each exit here. I put in the memory card per exit, so that I can always rediscover which one it is. And yeah, I hope that I never get to the nightmare of having to figure out which of these channels here actually goes where, because yeah, that's going to be interesting. But yeah, for this here setup here, I will have plenty of channels, as in a lot of channels. So especially the purple, the lime green, and the light blue channels. Those are fully 32 channel P2P networks. That means that we have 16 P2P entries per lines of the, or exits, I guess I should say, per node here, and each of them carries 32 channels. So that's 16 times 32 channels. I think that should be sufficient. I sincerely hope that that will be sufficient. But yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done in order to restructure it and get it completely back to a functional state. Additionally, I did clean up a few other small things here. I moved down the simulation chambers down here, and I was in the process of setting that up. And I moved, what did I call the pythogenic? Pythogenic insulators down here as well. They do just craft slowly and steadily around. Yeah, and then we get a lot of the items. I probably should put in a void there just to be certain. It's not hooked up because it's not actually importing things yet, so it should be safe to do whatever I want to do with this network yet. Yep. What else? Yeah, I didn't get around to finishing that one yet. But I think for now I want to continue on the hooking up the simulation chambers over here. So I set up laser IO all the way along the top here, that's basically for feeding and pulling out items from it. So if I take the downside here, I need 2 item cards per side. I think. 1 insert. And the other one should be extracting. And this one here should then actually be configured specially because you need 1 to insert, and let's keep it on the same channel. And then we will have one that extracts, but that one needs to be filtered. How do we filter that one? We do that by going this route here, I think. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Laser IO. We need a laser IO filter for it. Oh, it's already configured. That's not the configuration I want, however. Set it to here. So I need the hostile prediction matrices. So you are allowed to extract those. Let's do that on channel. Insert here on orange. Yep. And extract on white. Something like that, I think, should work. Then I just need to do it all the way down, and I'll be right back once I'm done with that. And we are almost done completely restructuring it. Just to give you a sense of how long I've been at this. This was at, what was it, like 30 something, maybe 20-ish last time I looked at it. Yeah, it's taking a while, but it starts to look pretty good. There's still a few things that I need to set up again. I removed the thing I had here. All the items over here should be hooked up again. Go in and look here, you can see I have a huge amount of auto-crafting abilities, and I have the crushing factors, etc. Here. Do have the distillation chamber from my offside over there. If I look in here, look for dark oak. I do not have it there, so I need to actually look at what's happening with that link. I thought that was actually hooked up. So this one over here is apparently not hooked up anymore. So it's online. Really wish I could see the pairing of these. Maybe it's the one that I'm carrying around. Is that the one? Can't remember. Let's see. This one does not have one. If I insert you here, you are now carrying 2 channels. And I now have, okay, so that was the one that was carrying around, okay. But yeah, so a slight cleanup and things, and a few things that I still need to work on. I'm not completely done with the entire, loot setup here, but I'll work on that in between episodes because it's basically just redoing something I had already done before, just slightly different. Yeah, one thing I want to get into today was the Fissil fuel setup. Right, I forgot to hook up my crafting brains. That was the one thing I was coming at. So let's see. So if I passed in that, so now we have an output here. I want a barrel, please. I basically just, whenever I do something here, I think I actually told you that already, but telling you again. It's been a while in between recordings here, so sorry if I'm repeating myself. But yeah, basically it's been a while in between them because I've had 1,000 things to look at today. There is stuff going on everywhere, and yeah, just takes a while. Agenda. Oh, this is the smart one. Might as well. Nope, I don't have smart one, so not gonna be smart one. But I do want to have a dense one that comes out from over there. Actually, I could do like this instead. Dense. So if this is dense here, I need you to be there as well. Ooh, I actually might need to move this around a bit. My intention here is that this tower over here will be my computer brain storage, so to speak. basically means that will have storages from top to bottom. Let me just toss down some things I can stand on here. So basically it will have, this one is still offline. Why are they offline? Oh. Foolish. 4 channels, now everything is online. Excellent. So that means that we now have our crafting ability back. Let's say, craft 2 of these, just verifying that it works. Perfect. So now we have enough crafters here that we can actually do it. My intention here is to have all 8 crafters be 3x3s. I still need to update some of them and then continue them up here. And then have 8 of them, I think. Maybe more later on, I don't know. But for now, at least have the 4 that I have there that slowly gets expanded on. Docked again, yeah. Cool. Oh yeah, the small thing here was basically when I'm doing the singularity splitting for 2 quantum majingis, then it's great to have an obsidian backplate so that I don't destroy the world. Cool. So let's take a look here. Fissil fuel. So this one. All of those have been handled. Oh yeah, we need HDPE sheets. It's fairly simple and straightforward to actually get it, so let's take a look at it. We need a pressurized machine. Let me also clean up while I'm at it my overly filled up overly filled up inventory. Quartz fibers goes up there. Pluck we probably use in a moment. We don't need glass bottles. We don't need a P2P channel right now. So now when we have those, we need a quantum bridge. This is also an excellent test that I actually hooked everything up correctly, so that if it works, then it's awesome. So let's take a look. I think I'm gonna start this structure over here. So this one here takes in the oxygen and it takes in the liquid ethylene, which both can be received from this item here. So I need to configure them. Right. I think it's gas that we have here, and we want to output to the side and auto eject oxygen, and on this side here gas, and we want to auto eject, please. All right. Let's say output is top. Input output at top. Good. I always forget that it's that you actually have to configure all of them. So did I do something wrong here? Isn't it gas that I want to have input here? Yes. Did I configure this one wrong? This is ethylene. This is what is the mechanism gauge thingy? Craft you up, and then that's so now that works. Now I just need you to accept. Is there a difference here? Don't be. So both of them are, and you are configured correctly, right? Yes. Am I looking at this wrong? Let me just verify. So I want you to be built here. Hmm. Why you no work? Do I need you to be configured differently? So gases. Did I set it down wrong or something? Do I have any substrate here? No, let me go grab some then. One of the benefits of the jetpack is that it is slightly faster than flying normal. A few substrates here, let's see how that goes. So that looks to be correct. Ethylene. This, from my perspective, this looks to be configured correctly. Is this I don't know what just happened there. Is there like a point here where I can look through? Oh, I can look through it right there. Right. Okay. Let's take this one here. You're configured to oxygen. Oxygen is in you. How about if we do, let's say we do you here, then we do Mekanism and then take the tube for it instead. What's it called? Gas tube thingy. Pressurized, is that the gas one? Yep. Yeah. Just give me one of them. Oh yeah, it probably is gonna craft a few more, but yeah. So that looks to be working as expected. So let's see if we go to gases. I think I have configured this correctly. Or is this just a block that's being bothersome? It might be. So that worked. I wonder, maybe this one needs to be here? No? Did this one output to the correct side now? No. And if I do like this, I'm trying to push into this one here. Why is this not working? Okay, I'll be back once I figure out what is going on here. And I'm back. I figured out what was going wrong here. You might you might even be able to see what I was doing wrong here. So you needed the liquid ethylene, and not the ethylene directly. So I had to convert it before I could actually use it. So that now means that I can quite easily make substrates whenever I want. I don't know how much I actually need of it. I need a few at least to get going on the what's it called? Okay, so it's also used for the body armor. That's nice to know. But for the, where is it? The solar thingy, that one. So I just needed for that one initially. That was kind of my primary reason for doing it. So create 4 of them. I have no idea how many of them I need, but a few of them at least. So yeah, store that in the box over here, ready for construction. Cool. So now we have the first bits here. We have the HDPE pellets. Excellent. That one was done. Cool. Next up here was the fissile fuel that I wanted to work towards. So we need this one here. We want to work towards. Let me see. All of that goes away. Yep. So we need the uranium hexafluoride. Yeah, that's definitely easy to say, right? So let's say we want to set up a production line somewhere around here. That one there then takes in the from a chemical infuser. Did I have any of that? I did. Something like that. And this one here then takes in uranium oxide. That should be fairly simple to create, right? Yeah, that's super easy to create. I think I already created the machines for it. I don't know, but I think I did. Yeah, we did. Perfect. So from one side, do something like that. So that means that if we take uranium now, we should be able to toss that in here. For the sake of it, I'm gonna hook this up to the other. Universal cable. Please give me a few. Perfect. Let's see. If we just steal a bit of power from over here, then everything should be great. Something like that. Okay, so this is crafting this down, and this one here likely want to increase it significantly. You toss it to this side, you here. Input from this side, output to that side. Oh yeah, you get gases and you want output to this side instead. Items, you don't need to output anything if I'm not correct. Oh, did this one turn oddly? Yeah, it did. So this one needs to be the back of it. Right? I don't really care which of the sides, just one of them does the input. This one here, output to that side. So loud. Let me get some mufflers. So there we go. All quiet. This one here directly created, and down we have the uranium thing. Now that's the first bit of it. The next bit here is the hydrofluoric acid, which is a bit more of a challenge to get, if I remember correctly. So let's see. How can I do this easy? So we need a chemical dissolution chamber. I think I already crafted what I need for this as well over here. If not, I'll quickly craft up some more. Did I have one of the... I did not. So dissolution chamber. Craft. There we have it. So this one here takes in the fluoride and then sulfuric acid and turns it into, yep. So if we place, where did it go? That one. If we place you here, that should function pretty well. Of course, need to be up with some power, but that's easy enough. Then we need to provide you with a bit of fluoride. How do you spell that? Fluoride. So it's not fluoride, it's fluoride. I'm not great at pronouncing things. Cool. So this one here, once we have that, then we need to craft some sulfuric acids. The sulfuric acids come from a chemical infuser. Right? Yep. Chemical infuser that takes water vapor and sulfur trioxide. Okay. Take the water vapor first. It's a rotary condenser with any water in it. That's fairly simple. Can I maybe fit that in here? Like so, we have a machine, the chemical infuser. I think I had one of them. Yep, here. If I place you here, then I take a rotary condenser here and take some water. Didn't I have a sink somewhere here? I have a sink. I probably need to pipe it in, but yeah. Pipes. And one of these. Let's see. Place you up here. Once it's working, I might go back and restructure it. But yeah, small steps. So can I tell you to accept fluids from the top? You're already technically. We need to flip that. Yeah, we did. That means that we now should have gases that should be outputted to this side. We should have gases. Turn on auto rotate. I'll take a deeper look, get further into it. But for now, waffling, please. There we go. This looks to be working as it should. Water vapor. Water vapor is also known as a gas. Fluids, we know that fluid comes in from the top. Let's take a look at the, what are they called? Upgrades, I think, yeah. So this is just completely filled up. And fluids and gases. Gases are outputting. Why is this blue? Wonder if there's something here I'm missing. There might be. I might also need to configure this correctly. Input. So I want input 1 here. Yes. Due to be nothing. I think this should function. I wish this would function. Is that the better way of saying it? Water vapor. Yes. Water vapor. Do I need to rotate it? Okay. Okay, this works. Okay. So apparently it is sighted in some way or shape. I don't know. We now have this here. Now the next thing that we need to supply it with was the sulfur trioxide. which is a sulfur dioxide and an oxygen. Again, in a chemical infuser. So if we place you here, and let's see. So this one here takes the oxygen. Oxygen is something we can create in an what's it called? Not that one. Oxygen can be created in an electrical separator. Yeah, that's the best way of doing it. Can also convert it. But yeah, for now, this would probably be the best way. So, and separator. Oh, we already have one. Perfect. Wonder. I don't know if this one here needs to be configured differently. But let's take a bit of piping here. Running. I want you to up excess. Put your gases not to the bottom, but to the front. So we have oxygen in there. Oxygen was the first step in it, right? Yeah, it's oxygen and then sulfur dioxide. Let's see what that actually entails. That looks very much to be the only way to do it. So chemical oxidizer with a sulfur dust in it. Okay. Perfect. That's actually also what I've built to craft it. So that's nice. Let's see, we want you to. Can I get you to turn around? Something like that. Yes. And then I'm gonna place a crusher here. The crusher is going to be configured so that it outputs to one side, also outputs. That is because we want the sulfur to be crushed up. Yep. So let's find the sulfur. Have a good stack of it. Running slowly. Some upgrades just to small things. Oh yeah, I need the muffling stuff as well. So one of you. And then a bit of muffling. I don't want to listen to you. And then let's hook up the power, and then that should be it. Maybe. Now there's just a few minutes of debugging, I guess. You there, be quiet. Quiet and quiet. Perfect. Don't know how much energy you're gonna consume, but a ton. There we go. Looks excellent. Let me, for the fun of it, actually see how many of these here I can apply. Any of these that can be upgraded? I don't think so. I only think it's the other ones here. Yep. And we might as well upgrade them fully because why not? There we go. So that should now mean that we have a ton of sulfur that we can actually use here. Let's see. And there we go. Every sulfur been filled up. Okay, it doesn't seems to be traveling to the next one in the line. So it has an output on. Let's see this one where it's configured. It should allow input from any side, right? So I want you to have input from the back. I think it's the back. Is it the front? From all sides. I don't know which one of them worked, but one of them did. And now it needs to be outputting the gas. Is that to the front? Let me just verify. I think it's to the front based on its orientation right now. No? To the left. It did not go in here, right? It went in here. Yes. one works. So this one here is working. And now we need to figure out the blue one here goes not that way. That way. Oh, right. I probably need to press the auto. Definitely not the top, and it's likely not the bottom either. But can it be this one? No. Like it's sulfuric acid. It's definitely not item, so it must be a gas. Ugh. I don't actually need any of the. That was the wrong button. So how is it like this one, right? Let me just verify this here. I did this one, that one here, and there. Yes. And I need some upgrades in some of the machines because this seems to be going very slow. I don't know if you take them, but you get them. So you have plenty of oxygen. You have this machine here is very slow. Do I have more? I have more. Not super fast, but slowly building up. Okay, so this one here is building up gas. Gas goes in here. We want you to be out to that side. Okay, actually, here, and we start to get that here. And there we go, fissile fuel. Stack. Really wish there was a way to just say, give me a stack. That, to be fair, I don't actually know if there is one. Something here is being noisy. Could you stop being noisy? Yes, thank you. There we go. Fissile fuel. This one here not get in. This one here did not get any upgrades. So you get a few of those. You get a few of those. And then you start crafting stuff, actually. I don't know if you got them, but you need them. You here needed uranium, yep. And after this here, I need to hook up the more long-term solution for this. So that should be the fissile fuel. Can I then take that into a quantum thingamajiggy? Yes. Before I do that, make sure to connect everything and only configure what I want to have there. Just out of caution of prior times, I have learned that it's a good idea to make sure that you only put in what you want to get into them. Otherwise, they are sometimes quite annoying to figure out how to empty out. And on the back side here, fissile fuel is, I'm guessing it's a fluid. Maybe not. Is it a gas? Looks like it was gas. Okay, so now we're slowly, well, kind of fast, generating a ton of fissile fuel. That's excellent. It's not because we use massive amount of power to do it, but my guess is that we do actually spend quite a bit of power going through this, but yeah. This looks excellent. Now we just slowly wait until it's completely done. So I need fluoride in here, I need sulfur in here, and I need uranium in here, and then that should be it. I did prepare a quantum ring over here, so I can actually just pull out the stuff that I need. That should be fairly straightforward. So next up here is that I need to build up the reactor thing, but I think that's going to be an episode for itself because I'm thinking this here is actually starting to run a bit long. But yeah, it's an interesting process here that can actually be very, very compact. I did not think that this would be doable, but excellent that it actually were. Let me actually just clean up while I'm here. I'm kind of feeling like I don't need to clean this up further because, yeah, everything kind of just fit together. And this one here keeps continuing. This one here. Every time it creates a little bit here, it becomes in here. There's probably some throughput things that I can do to improve it. But overall, I think this is pretty good. But yeah, so I think that's it for this time around. I did show you a lot of my cleanup over in the main base. I am a big fan of this myself. I do like to have an orderly AE network. And it was kind of driving me crazy, the spaghetti that I had down there. Even though this looks like some sort of a mess of wiring mishaps. But on the other hand, this is that there is something soothing about it when it actually makes sense that everything is as it is. And it's not just randomly plotted down. But yeah. Yeah, that's about it for this time around. I hope that you liked it. If you did, throw me a like. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. And then I guess there's nothing else to say than thank you for watching and see you out there.